Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. What? Hey, it's weigh-in day for Badou Jack versus Adonis Stevenson is going down. Listen, the Air Canada Center, listen, Toronto, Canada. But check this out, man. This thing was real funny, real funny. You know, Adonis Stevenson was very candid at the last press conference. And, you know, now I'm going to tell you this. I'm all for showmanship. I'm all for showmanship. I like to kid around. I like to laugh and joke myself. So I'm all for the showmanship. This is the entertainment business, you know. Let's not forget, it's boxing, it's entertainment, you know what I'm saying? It's prize fighting. Look, man, that's all in, it can be all in good fun. And he was still smiling and laughing, but the only thing I think he took a little far was when he started, when he got up to speak at the podium on the mic, he done went all over the Badou Jack, hanging all on him, done put his hands all on the man. Now see, that's a little bit disrespectful, and you gotta know where to draw the line. Now, like I say, I'm all for showmanship when it's in good taste. You know what I'm saying? It's a little untasteful, man, when you start putting your hands all on people, man. Look, you got plenty of time you can put your hands on the man when y'all get in that ring. Anyway, something that both guys was pretty vocal, though. He said, look, you ain't got hit yet. That's what Adonis Stevenson told Badou Jack. But Badou Jack told him, now this was real now. He told him he going to sleep. Badou Jack told Adonis Stevenson that he the one getting knocked out. So, man, look, very bold statements being made on both sides of the water. And this thing going down, man. Look, the weigh-in is today. This is this video, I'm just talking about, you know, the final press conference, and I'm gonna do a part 2 of it all the same. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna come back on here after they weigh in and let you know the results. And we have a fight going, then I'm gonna go ahead and get a prediction. And but I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. Everybody know Adonis Stevenson has the clear-cut advantage because he is the naturally bigger guy. You know, I mean, that's just you know, that's just it. He's the bigger puncher. He's been campaigning, you know, much longer at the weight, you know, at 175 light heavyweight. And you know, so that means being that he has campaigned longer, on the advantage that gives him, you know, that's outside of just being a naturally bigger guy, is that he's been taking punches from 175 pounders. You know what I'm saying? He has been absorbing punches from guys at 175 for longer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to me, that's a clear-cut advantage. And, you know, Badou Jack has not been noted as a, you know, the biggest puncher. We all know that. And Mayweather said something that alluded to that fact. And what he did say is that, you know, he was reminding Adonis Stevenson that basically, hey, look, when he got it, when Mayweather say when in his career, his personal career, you know, when he got older, he ain't hit as hard. He wasn't as fast, you know, and he had to use other attributes, you know, to be successful. And basically, I think what he was trying to say, man, look, Adonis Stevenson is 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Badou Jack is 34 years old. And this is the thing, you know, it's been done before. Guys can get old overnight in their ring. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do think we'll see at the weigh-in. That's why I like to give the prediction after the weigh-in. I like to see the fighters' demeanor. I like to see how serious they took the training camp by, you know, how they weigh in. If they overweight or whatever, even if the fight go on and they're a little overweight, there's something going on. You know what I'm saying? I like this. I like to take everything into account. You know, we'll see how both guys look. But both guys, I mean, they've been looking pretty fit. But we'll see at the weigh-in. But at the same time, listen, Badou Jack, Adonis Stevenson, like I said before, I really wanted to see Adonis Stevenson mix it up with some of the champions, you know, are the upper echelon guys that's been campaigning at the weight. You know what I'm saying? He should have been fought Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? And now you got champions right there, man. Look, man, Badou Jack I'm not taking nothing from Badou Jack at all. I'm not saying he is a cakewalk. I'm not saying none of that. Badou Jack is a very fundamentally sound boxer. He, you know, prolific body puncher, all that, you know. But this is the thing. Adonis Stevenson has sat on that strap for a long time. And I think he should have, you know, fighting a higher level of competition at the weight class, being the WBC champion. WBC is, to me, and I know to a lot of people, is the most prestigious belt out there. Some fighters will cut off their right hand to get that belt, man. So the WBC, the one of the most coveted belts in boxing. Man, you hold that belt, man, you got to represent. To me, Adonis Stevenson has not been represented. But with that being said, man, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give a little prediction. But I just really don't know what Badou Jack has to offer in the ring with Adonis Stevenson at light heavyweight. I don't know, man. And it's yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen. But I just don't know, man. I just don't know. And this is the thing. You know, this is a 12-round fight. Adonis Stevenson even he say, man, look, I'm ready to go 12 if it is, you know. But he say, I'm looking for the knockout. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, that's what he do. But anyway, man, look, we got a fight coming up, and we got the weigh-in coming up. I ain't gonna say too much yet till the weigh-in. So stay tuned. It's Daddy P. Just stay tuned, and I got you for the weigh-in. So Badou Jack has weighed in at 175 even, and Adonis Stevenson has weighed in at 173.4. So actually Adonis Stevenson weighing in less than Badou Jack. But hey, like I say, look, Badou Jack is, you know what I'm saying? He has campaigned at super middleweight mostly more recently, and you know, Adonis Stevenson, he been campaigning for years right here at light heavyweight. So he is the naturally bigger guy, you know. So Adonis Stevenson still comes in at a clear-cut edge because he has had experience receiving punishment from 175-pounders as well as dishing out punishment to 175-pound fighters. So Adonis Stevenson has that edge. Now, this is the thing. Like I said a little earlier, and I said in another video, Adonis Stevenson does have a decent reach. You know what I'm saying? But Badou Jack has the height advantage. So it basically kind of even out. But at the same time, this is the thing. Everybody knows Adonis Stevenson is the bigger puncher. And also, everybody knows, you know, Badou Jack, he mostly fights in mid to close range. You know what I'm saying? Which is right there. You right there in that firing range, man, where Adonis Stevenson can knock you out. Now, something Fanfare tried, and it worked for him. He survived the first fight. The first fight, Fanfare versus Stevenson. He tried to put Stevenson on his back foot to kind of negate some of that power, because he felt that Stevenson would be more ineffective in using his power from the back foot. So that's something that, you know, I mean, Badou Jack can try. But this is the thing. It is hard for a leopard to change his spots. It's hard for a zebra to change his stripes. If you're not used to fighting a certain way, it's hard for a person to just say, well, I'm going to just work on fighting like this all training camp. One training camp is not enough to fight one certain way. You have to already have some type of experience fighting a certain way in order to be, you know, very successful when you fighting at the highest level, which is the championship level. This is the highest level. You fighting against a guy that's the linear champ. Also, he has that WBC, which is one of the most cherished belts in boxing, you know, and he had light heavyweight. I mean, you fighting at the highest level. You can't just, you know, think you're going to just fight a certain way. But, I mean, listen, this just leads me to the prediction, man. I said I'll go give you a prediction after the weigh-in. And, you know, it's a little bit late, and I apologize. I had a lot of things going on today. But I'm going to tell you this right here. Fight fans all over the world. And this sound very generic because it's going to probably be like what everybody else say. But it just is what it is. Adonis Stevenson is the naturally bigger guy. He has the skills that stand out the most. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look. I mean, I just don't see a scenario where Badou Jack is going to be successful over 12 rounds. And this is the thing, it's boxing, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? If a guy done knocked another guy out, that means he could knock another guy out. So he got 2 fists, he a fighter, you know what I'm saying? And he has campaigned at the weight. Now he ain't campaigned as much at light heavyweight as Adonis Stevenson, but Badou Jack just knocked out TKO Nathan Cleverly. I mean, hey, so he done KO'd a guy, you know what I'm saying, at 175. So he can KO another one. And that's what he say he gonna do. He say, hey, he talking about knocking out Adonis Stevenson. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. I just don't see a scenario with that happening. And I'm gonna tell you this. What I believe will happen is that Adonis Stevenson will find his range and get comfortable toward the middle rounds, you know, and I think he go knock him out late. Well, I think he go knock him out somewhere around in round number 9. I mean, that's just me. So I call Stevenson 9th round knockout. And now this is the thing. I like Badou Jack. Don't get me wrong. I like Badou Jack. And his story is the one that you'll probably look at as a guy who, you know, he might not be as definitive as some guys. You know what I'm saying? Like knocking out everybody. And you know when he come to the table, he finna knock somebody's head off. No. But he is a guy that, you know, I mean, he's a very sound boxer. You know, he goes to the body. You know what I'm saying? But he like to fight in that mid to close range, and that's right there. That's tailor made for that's tailor made for Adonis Stevenson, man. So I just don't see. Now I would like to see him pull an upset. I'm just being very, very honest. I would like to see, but I just don't see where it's gonna happen. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Badou Jack getting an upset against a guy who has been sitting on the WBC title at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Who has had opportunities to fight and unify titles. You know what I'm saying? But has not done so. Yeah, I would like to see another champion come up right there and do that and unify. But, you know, this guy fight once a year, twice a year, whatever. You know, and he is 40 years old. It's about time for him to pack it up anyway. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a guy who, you know, who probably coming into the end of his prime, but still got a couple years left to do something. I wouldn't mind seeing him holding the WBC, you know? But at the same time, I just don't see that happening. Now, best case scenario, I think I mentioned this earlier, I mentioned it in another video, for Badou Jack is to make it a very boring fight, you know? Go to the body, you know, and hold, you know? Whenever the guy try to sustain something serious, hold and reset. And now, if he does that, go to the body, hold and reset. If he does that, by the mid rounds, he will have Adonis Stevenson so frustrated till maybe he will start being desperate, you know what I'm saying, and feel like he needs to do something drastic. And he may open himself up with something to get countered, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's the best case, to me, that's the best case scenario, man. You know what I'm saying? And then try to fight from the outside, which is not gonna be pretty. But I mean, what else you gonna do? You try to fight on the inside with Adonis Stevenson, he gonna knock you out. You fight anywhere in that close to mid-range, he gonna knock you out. He the bigger puncher. He gonna knock you out. That's what he do. Like I say, you can't, you know, how you go change your spots? How you go change your stripes? You know, one training camp, you can't do it. I mean, but that's the best case scenario to me. This Daddy Pete on the corner, in the corner boxing. Hey, like I said, I will give you some update highlights throughout the fight. I give you some early round highlights. I give you some mid round highlights. And I'll come back and give you a full fight highlights and analysis. So y'all rock with Daddy Pete. It's on the corner, in the corner boxing. Daddy Pete out of there.